Hi, I'm Keiko at Wisteria Surrey Ranch. So today I'm going to show you how I make little tree Christmas ornaments. And I will be also doing other videos on making a little snowman and a Santa Claus. So look for these. Okay, so let me cover the materials. So you'll want to have a foam, some needles, felting needles, and for this particular project, you'll want some green wool batt. So you can buy the already dyed wool, but what I like to do to make it cost effective is to just let me see if I've got some here. I just take some wool batt white, and then I'll do Kool-Aid dye in various colors. So I actually did all of these with Kool-Aid using bats. I do have a separate tutorial on how to do wool dye, so you can look for that. The other way you can do it is to use core wool and create this, the shape, and then utilize like merino wool or already pre-dyed and use it on the outside. So that way you can save a little extra money. Okay, so I'm gonna get a close-up and we'll get started on the tutorial. Okay, so this is a little bit more of a close-up. So right here I have about 3 grams or 0.11 ounce of this green wool batt. And that should make the larger ornament. So I'm going to try to roll this up into a relatively tight triangle. So you'll just kind of have to, or a cone. Actually, cone is probably a better way to explain it. Okay, so the key is going to be in rolling it. Oops, let's move you guys over. Okay, so that's looking like a cone. Okay, and I'm going to secure where it came together first. There. Okay. Okay, so that's looking like a cone. And then at this point, I want to start shaping it. So I'm going to poke the bottom in. And since it's core wool and slightly on the coarser side of fiber, I think I am using a 38 gauge needle, felting needle, or a 36 gauge felting needle. I'm not sure. I just kind of poke and use what gets it, kind of puts it together. So this one's working for me, so I'm gonna keep using it. And I usually just have a few needles stuck in my foam, so. Okay, so you're just watching me poke, and you can make this super tight or a little bit looser. So if you're still new to this, the firmness really is up to you. The firmer you have it, obviously the shape is going to be more solid. And so when you add little red dots, it will kind of hold shape a lot better. But it's really up to you. The more you poke, it tangles the wool, so it will make it firmer the more you poke. And the location. So if I keep poking here, that's going to get dented. Okay, so this is kind of a tall cone, and if you wanted to change it to like this area being bigger, you just add a little more of the wool, and that's all you have to do. Okay, so I'm just going to keep this a tall tree. So the top is a little fluffy, and okay, so I poked it in, and then I'm actually poking it back to make it a little firm, so it's easier for me to attach the yellow pom-pom at the top. Okay, so I'm going to keep it at about here so I can just show you the process, and you can keep going as long as you want. Okay, so at this point, what I'm going to do is decorate my tree. So you can take a little bit of red, and I did polka dots, but you can do, you know, little yarn around it, or you can get as creative as you want. So all you have to do is take a little piece of whatever color wool, and I just roll it up, and if I like the size, I will just poke it in place, just like that. Okay, so I actually went ahead and rolled a bunch already to save some time. And I'm just going to keep poking away. So, oh, can't see. So you just keep poking the little red things in. Just gonna grab it with my needle really carefully. Oops. Let's see, poke, poke. Okay. So you see how quickly you could make a very cute little ornament. Okay. I think that's good. Okay. Now, since I don't want to have a sewing needle and everything else here with me, I'm going to show you how I add the thread without any sewing. So all I did was cut a piece of golden thread and I tied it. And where I tied it, I'm so sorry, it's really going to be hard to see, huh? Oh, you can see. Okay. So I'm going to take some yellow, and I am going to actually, here, I'm going to make this a little more narrow so it's easier to wrap. So I'm poking this ahead of time to tighten it up. And then I'm going to wrap it where I tied it so I can hide that. And I'm going to go ahead and secure it once, just poking, and then I'm going to just sort of roll it on here like so. Okay, and then to make it a little more circular, I'm going to start shaping my ball. Just be careful you don't poke yourself. So from this side, and then this other side, I just flipped it over. And I'm intentionally leaving that a little fluffy since that's where I'm going to attach the tip of the tree. Okay, so it's not perfect yet, but I'm going to be able to reshape it again. Okay, and then I'm going to now put this upside down. Whoops! Upside down like this. And then I'm gonna poke the top in. So let me see if you can see. Can you see that? I think so. Okay, so just poking, and then you want to go all the way around and poke this in really well. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's in pretty tight. So I'm going to give it a little tug, make sure it's going to be able to hold its weight. Yes. Okay, so at this point I'm going to clean up the little yellow ball at the top. So just going to poke into shape. And you can always add a little more yellow or green wherever you need to sort of repair it or reshape it to the shape you want. Okay. And there we have it. Oop. So, oop, there we go. So there's your little Christmas ornament, and you can make them in different sizes. And you can make a bunch of them and make them as gifts and all sorts of good stuff. So look for my other ornament series. Enjoy. Bye now.